All right, so Amazon's 2 for 2 at this point because Invincible was pretty solid, but Fallout, this TV show, is pretty good. I like it a lot, especially since I never played any of the Fallout games. It wasn't really like my cup of tea. Like from an outside looking in from the Fallout games, they look cool, but I just never got into it. So like me going to the show and like still enjoying it, even though I'm not a Fallout fan, that's like a really big W. Like I still got to follow. Like if like now after watching the show, I kind of want to get into the games. Like I feel like because of the show, this can now bring people to get into the games and whatnot. I think that's just how good the show is. That just speaks wonders how like well and interesting this universe is for me at least. So overall, like let me just talk about it. I think story wise, the story is like really good. Like you have like 3 different perspectives, like kind of like all meshed together, if you will. So we have Lucy. The show starts with Lucy, right? She's like this girl who lives like in a vault, and there's these vaults around the all the country of the USA, and they're supposed to be like these safe havens for people during like a fallout, like a nuclear war. So she's been in a vault for most of her life. Then something happens which causes her to like leave the vault, and now she's like exploring like this wasteland of the United States and whatnot. Then we cut to another character named Maximus, and he's been someone who's like living on the surface from all of his life, and he's a part of like this cold brotherhood of like knights, if you will. I think that's what they're called. Then we get another character called the Ghoul, and he's just like a human that has like containment, who's like oh what's the word I'm looking for? Mutated. There we go. Turn like to like this ghoulish monster like live forever, but they need like a certain drug to like stay sane. So like we have all these different characters, like all these different perspectives, and like they kind of like work together. In my opinion, like I really like how it like works. I would like see Lucy, who like knows like about the world, is like very naive. Like over time, like she's like growing into like the world, like how she's like operating and whatnot. Then we have Maximus, someone who like really wants to be a knight, like that's his whole gimmick, and like he knows about the world, but like he's still kind of green when it comes to like certain areas, but that's still knowledgeable like how the world works. So whenever him and Lucy are together, like you see like him like trying to be like, hey Lucy, this is what you need to do. But then you can also see how like what's what we're looking for. How in some areas Lucy like helps out like Maximus when it comes to like helping whatnot when it comes to like fighting in certain situations. Like helping him out too. So like they kind of work, they balance each other out. Like he tries to sort of like what the world is like, but she also helps him when it comes to like saving him in certain situations. But he's still like capable. Like there's this one scene, I'll spoil this, right? Actually, yeah, I'll spoil the scene. They were like on a bridge walking together, right? And he's like, "Oh, these are bad people. We gotta take them out right now." She's like, "No, no, no. We gotta trust these guys. Like we gotta set our own path, right? To like lead by example. Like we do good, they'll do good too." And Maximus like, "All right, bet I'll follow you with this part." Then they passed by them and they were about to shoot them, but Max like took them out quickly because he knew these were bad people. And Lucy was obviously confused, like, why this happened? Like, hey, not everyone's gonna be a good person like you. You gotta, operate accordingly. So I like that. I like how like he's helping her grow, and then just she's helping him like be the knight he's supposed to be. Because in the beginning too, like he was kind of like a weird. I wouldn't say he was annoying to me at first. Like he like was a decent knight, kind of like he was like active, but sometimes he just like he would tweak. He was a tweaker. That's what he was. He just tweaked a lot for me sometimes. But then he got his groove back too. So it was like a real balance, weird balance. Then the Ghoul, I think his real name is Cooper. He was a really good character. Like he was like very good at action. I feel like he showed like another side where it's like someone who's lived so long, like you kind of know like how to operate the world like perfectly. Like he's like kind of like a max out character in this world. Like he knows how to do it. He knows how to fight. He knows how to operate. He knows how to talk to other people and whatnot. He just knows how the game works. And seeing him with Lucy, like you see like this like high person like or high level person like who knows how the world operates, doesn't really care about anybody. And like he's just surviving his own way, like just trying to get day to day. But in the end, we figure out he has his own goal too. So like each character again like has their own gimmick kind of that works for the show. And then like in the end we kind of see what their whole arc was and like what they really wanted in the end and what they're trying to go for afterwards, right? Because in the end, the Ghoul apparently he was looking for something the entire time. That's what turned down a certain person. I'm not gonna spoil that part because I think going back, the twist for the end of the show, like the final episode, I think was a really good twist. I really liked it a lot. Like I feel like the show did a really good job, like building up to like, okay, what's this? Like, how did everything happen? Like they kept it very mysterious. Like, how did the world come to this? Why are these votes here? Why are some people on top of the world when we thought they weren't on top of the world and stuff like that? Like they really kept the mystery alive for a long time. Then once they finally gave it to us, it was like really worth it. And then I forgot about my favorite character. So there's another character, Lucy's brother, Norm. He stayed inside the vault while she left the vault to do her little mission. And like it was in his whole arc or story was him like, navigating the vault after like what happened there. And like him trying to figure out, okay, what's actually up with these vaults and trying to understand like how to not almost navigate, but understand like what's really going on, like what's the true reason behind the vaults too. So like while his sisters are uncovering secrets above the world about how the real world works, he's uncovering like more history about the vaults over time. Like okay, this might be kind of shenanigans behind the scenes. That's what I was looking for. So yeah, I really like that. I really like how like all characters, all the main cast were like really doing something like they were pushing the story forward. It was never like a dull moment for me. It was a very entertaining story that always like kept you going to watch the next episode. Because fun fact, I think I told you guys this like last video. My goal was to binge this entire show, and I did. It was like I started at 9 p.m. I was trying to start at 8 p.m. But I started at 9 p.m. I was finished around like, I think it was around like 4 or 5 a.m. Because it was like 8 episodes, so like, and each show about like an hour long. I did the entire night. It was a good time though. Like I had like 2 monsters, binged it out. It was like a really good time. I wanted to stop around like episode 6, but I was like, I might as well like finish the job and like really binge out this entire show. So that's what I did. This show is worth a binge. Like if you want to binge a show, this is the type of show you should binge. Like I recommend binging a show like this. Like if you have the time to do it. Like I'm a slight degenerate. I had like a whole week to myself. So I said, let me just do this, see if I can. Because I've been kind of losing my binging skills. Like it's hard for me to, I'm not gonna edit that out, to be honest. You're gonna see the fumble. But I kind of lost my binging skills. So I kind of wanted to watch a show and binge, like kind of get that, spark back to binge again. Because like once you start binging again, you kind of, get it back. It's like riding a bicycle, if you will. But yeah, really good show. I'm glad like good media's coming back again because like it's been kind of like a dry spell when it comes to like good TV and good movies. But now we're starting to get like good stuff. Like we had Invincible, now Fallout, X-Men 97. That show right now was really good. I can't wait to talk about it when it's over and done with. Then we're getting Deadpool 3 coming up soon. I think it's summer for Deadpool 3, but I know that's gonna be gas too. Well, hopefully it is. But yeah, is that crooked? There she is. But yeah, that's it for the video, to be honest. A really good show. Give it like a solid 8.5 out of 10. Like just really good time. I have like no complaints with it whatsoever. Yeah, no complaints. Even the CGI was good too. Like, look, it was a really good show. Like, just watch it, to be honest, if you have time. I think it's been out for like, what, 2 weeks now. So you guys got time to watch if you can. Or you probably already did watch it. Who knows? But yeah, that's it for this video. And I'll catch you guys next time.